Here's the video of someone filming this cock and balls from the ground.
This dude drawn.
Yup.
Air penis.
Whoa. That's pretty good.
That's off.
Yeah.
Back up the camera, bro. Let's see the
Yeah,
head.
show the head.
Let's see the head, bro.
Oh, yeah!
Good morning and welcome to episode 1942 of 1943. My mistake of Hard Factor. And we're talking Thursday, April 23rd, 2026. Thank you.
1943. See, the big war's going on.
Exactly. It just ended, right? Or it just started.
Just
See?
starting. Yeah. The
We're right
big
in the
war's
middle.
happening.
We're right in the middle of
19
it, see?
1943 was a big year for rapists and kidnappers.
Oh, that's not good.
Whoa, Jesus.
Yeah. Duct tape
Okay,
was invented.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. But that's a big year for everybody. Rednecks too. Rednecks
Oh, was the
too.
Apple tag invented?
Yeah. I mean, that's a big year for everybody too.
Chloroform and duct tape says right here.
Okay. Well, a lot of uses, but we know the most nefarious. Thank you for cheating on the news with us and Wes for that fun fact about 1943. 88% accuracy guaranteed on this podcast. Patreon.com/Hard Factor. If you need more Hard Factor, which you might. Florida Man Friday, Pat and Wes show every week, plus Hive Deluxe every month. That one's coming out soon. The Hive Deluxe is spicy. And what we got on tap today, Mark, you're up first. What do you got?
A huge event for nature lovers.
Okay. I love nature. Big fan.
Who doesn't? We'll get into
Big
that. I'm
fan.
going to ask you that in a second, so hold that thought.
Okay. Can't wait. Wes, you're on deck. What do you got?
Well, I had to write my story early today, but I saw a penis story, so I jumped right on it.
Yeah, you did.
And it's
Fantastic.
Dicks in the Sky, and we're gonna go back to.
I got my hands around it.
Yeah, I got my hands around. We're gonna go back to one of the best Dicks in the Sky stories. Reminisce a little bit, but this one's a new one.
Good.
Yeah,
Love it. You love a good dick in the sky.
yeah.
Dick in the
I mean,
clouds.
who doesn't? Who doesn't like a good dick in the sky?
You got your dick in the clouds.
It's always funny. I always wish that I could
On
see
your pussy crazed.
the actual dick in the sky. Like if you could see the actual chemtrails of the sky dick.
Oh, wait till you see this one.
Oh, I hope so. Okay. And then I've got the SLPC funds what? To close out the show. It's a new lawsuit or
You're done with SLPC.
indictment, yeah, for about the Southern Poverty Law Center. And I didn't even really know much about that at all until this indictment came out. And yeah, it sounds like Salt Lake City Punk or whatever, kind of like that, except it's not. But SLC Punk, but it's
Right.
SLPC Southern Law
SLC
Southern
Punk with
Poverty
Matthew
Law
Lillard.
Center.
Yeah.
Anyways, new indictment, and they fund what? You're going to be surprised. It's crazy, crazy indictment against the SLC Punk.
Shouldn't fund that.
Huh? Bro, that's gonna get infected. Yeah, I mean, like it's a weird situation. We'll get into it. Allegedly.
Okay. Well, then I'll ask you again. Are you guys big fans of nature?
I do enjoy nature. Yes.
Love
Yeah.
it. Love
I mean,
the stuff. Can't get enough. Yeah.
Who isn't? Nature
Not,
fucking
not in Texas summer, but every other time.
Yes, but nature can be which nature you like, forest, whatever, nature
True,
fucking
but
rules.
but to Wes's point, moving away from Texas was when I reconnected with nature a little more because you can go outside for the second half of the year.
Yeah, you can't be outside in Austin for half the
Yeah.
year. Yeah. Nature will kill you. There's rattlesnakes and fire ants and
The sun will just kill you.
the sun.
in
The
Texas.
sun's really the
That's-
problem.
That's the main enemy. Yeah.
That's the main one. Yeah, and then you can't have water breaks if you work construction right of it. But nature fucking rules. My only real issue with it is spiders. If spiders didn't exist, I'd go camping a lot more, from 0 times a year to more.
So a couple, yeah.
It's the spiders. It's the spiders that are keeping you from getting out there and camping.
It's a big part of it.
It's a piece of it.
It's
It's a piece.
it's gonna stop me
It's gonna stop me. Yeah.
It's a piece of the
from
pie.
packing the car.
Yeah, they will get in your tent. That's for sure.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
in
they'll be
Texas
all
they're
over your
huge.
tent.
Tarantulas,
So,
baby.
Mark, when you think of the pie chart, what keeps you from camping? How much do spiders take up is that? Is it like 50-50 spiders and being uncomfortable, or what's the whole percentage there? What gets to 100% no camping at all?
Well, my wife doesn't like to camp, so that's got to be a big part of it.
Okay, it's gonna be
because if she's not going to want to go,
big part of the.
I'm not going to go by myself, or I'm not really camping with bros in my 40s.
Spiders, wife doesn't camp.
Yeah, that's probably the majority of it.
That's it. That's pretty much it too.
Sleeping in a tent, which isn't great.
It's got to be up there, right? I mean, because even people that like to camp,
you can bring a
right,
pillow.
It's just never great.
It's
of
never
course,
great.
but yeah, like you'd still like if you camp all the time, you'd rather be like in a car or a trailer.
I like to have some beers and and eat some food in nature. That's fun.
You get hammered because it's sleeping in a tent sucks.
Exactly.
Sucks.
Exactly.
You're gonna sleep on the hard ground.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You're gonna be whiskey
I'm gonna have
drunk.
to get too drunk to remember spiders exist.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, what happened with that giant spider at your recent wedding, West? Why did you send me the picture of it with horrifying context?
Oh, well, I was a hero. I think it was dead, but it repelled from the ceiling. It was humongous, and it was during the toast.
Repelled while dead?
Yeah, because it didn't move after it
act.
repelled. Yeah, so I was the hero, and I went and got a cup and just like went zoop, and scooped them up and put it, and people were like dapping me up like, good job.
You showed the picture. It looked enormous.
It was a pretty big spot. You did not want that thing landing on you. That's for sure.
It repelled like within a foot of the groom during the toast. And
That was
someone else.
It was farther back from it was like near our cameras while we were filming the toasts.
Okay, so because if it had repelled near me during my wedding, I would have exposed myself to be not a man to like my wife's entire family, and then I also would have suspected everyone at the wedding of having done it for the rest of my life.
That would have been so epic if you had a spider.
I wouldn't trust anyone, and I would be like, who did it? And then I would assume it
you
was
already
everyone.
don't trust a lot of people, and then now, once you have a spider repel on you at a critical moment, then I would trust nobody.
I would justify in my mind that it was everyone. Everyone was in it.
Yeah.
The whole world ended up.
Nice. But back to nature. Have I got the event for you nature heads? You green heads out there, right? All you have to do to get there is you got to travel to the UK to attend, unfortunately. But UK is great. Nature is great. If you're in the UK already, you can go. Because I'm, of course, talking about the Cumbria Cumbria Nature Festival in the UK, and the CUM might come back up pretty quick here. The event runs from May 8th to May 10th, 2026. So they're gearing up for it and they're promoting it, and they're going to have a good time. They're getting a bunch of nature heads out there, and they're going to do a lot of nature stuff and bird watching and sightseeing. And they got 3 days worth of a nature plan. Just nature.
And the UK is great in the summer because it's so far north. You don't realize this, but they have actually long ass days in the summer.
Yeah, it's nice. It's a like kind of on a cliffy hill type thing. You get the only bad part about it is the cow shit smells. Maybe you won't get it if you're far enough in nature, but it's a stinky island. Yeah, but it's nice in the nice and cool. Not Austin weather, but there was a bit of a mix up for the Cumbria Nature Fest. A bit of a mix up with the event and the terminology. So already. It's starting with the CUM, and then I guess someone put out there in the promotion that it was for naturalists to attend, which they meant to say naturist, but it said naturalist at some point. And naturalist, that's like a
naturals.
It's like a veterinarians mix up because naturalists are nudists.
Yeah.
So it's like veterinarians mix up, except way more exposed cocks and nipples. So
yeah, well, that makes it a lot better.
It's true. It's going to be a great day too. It's beautiful nature outside, plus time to be nude. Great time to be nude in England. Yeah.
Apparently, it's only upon the naturalist slip up that they started to get a lot of people signing up.
So brought attention to nature.
It did. In fact, it started to sell out pretty quickly, and the Cumbria people panicked.
Oh, I see.
They wanted to panic.
The reason why, okay, I get it. So naturalists being nudists normally not allowed at nice places.
Correct. Now,
And
exactly.
then they accidentally said
you let them
can
go to a
come-
new place, they're like, oh
Yeah.
I'll be
Okay.
naked there.
So you whoopsie, we let the nudies in.
Boy, I don't know where they keep their cell phones, but they have a tight knit community and they get their word around really quickly.
I think you have to have a merce. You have to
yeah.
have like a man purse if you're a nudist.
Right.
Yeah.
Or they're just all near each other. But they told everyone in the nudist communities around there, and they all started buying tickets. So panic mode. Now the Nature Festival is offering a full refund to any nudist naturalists that bought tickets already, and they don't want them to show up.
Well, but will you allowed to be nude?
No. And what? No, you're
Why not?
You're required to wear clothing. One assumption I make about the gang of naturalists is once they get the idea of a new nudie event, we kind of talked about it, they can bear all out. They're going to want to go, so they're not going to want to not go now. You can't put the penis back in the bottle.
Dude,
That's
imagine
right, they're way
how
too
upset.
excited.
Yeah.
I think if I'm a naturalist, I'm just gonna go through it. I'm gonna charge on,
Show up. Yeah.
and just show up and just maybe get nude with my friends, like in the parking
You said
lot.
naturalist on Facebook, pal. Okay.
Yeah.
So here I am.
Sorry, a couple of us are just nude in the parking lot.
Here I am in nature at my natural state.
Right. What's more natural than a cock and,
right.
and tits? You know.
Yeah, and then but also there's gonna be
Check out my old lady's junk.
there's gonna be a bunch of creeps with binoculars zooming in on the different type of bush of the minge genus.
Yeah. Hooters. Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's in the clitoris familia. Yeah, so they're gonna have to pay these nudists to not show up at this point, or pull a last minute switcheroo on locations. Let the naturalist all nude up that one location. They're gonna have to find the nerds and tell them we're going over here.
The nature nerds, they should just let it happen. The nature nerds,
They
are
really
gonna get
should. They'd
horny.
have way better
gonna
of
be
a
better.
time.
It's gonna be better. But here's like the messaging they're putting out. They're just full panic mode. They're like, important clarification, and all surrounded by all red exclamation points in all caps. After a recent inquiry, we need to clarify. Cumbria Nature Festival is primarily aimed at naturalists, not naturists. Oh, I guess I had it mixed up. I guess so. See, this is the problem.
Yeah,
Naturalist,
I would have guessed the opposite, Mark. I would have guessed that it meant the complete opposite.
This is the whole problem. I was wrong
naturalist
even doing the
sounds.
story.
Naturalist, well, it sounds like a nudity thing.
It does. And now, but I guess naturalists are the nature lovers, and naturists, I guess, are the nudists. And says, whilst we aim to be as inclusive as possible and certainly do not judge anyone, we are aiming the event at wildlife enthusiasts. Please dress appropriately.
Why don't they just say wildlife enthusiasts?
Yeah,
Why can't you just
the
say
naturist
wildlife?
naturalist thing is very
Why can't
confusing.
you just say wildlife enthusiasts? Man, stop with the naturalists.
I still don't know right now which one's which.
Neither do I. I think that guy messed up.
Did
I
he
think
just
so,
mess
too.
up?
I think
he did. I think he messed up.
He accidentally flip flopped again.
He copy pasted it again. He did the same mess up.
Yeah.
And
Naturalists are still on.
Nobody knows what's going on. They just need to go with wildlife enthusiasts. That was the best one. Why can't they just say that?
I don't
Look,
know.
okay, here, look. A naturalist. Okay, wait.
Is
A
a
naturalist is a person who studies, observes, documents nature.
Like dicks. And
right.
vaginas.
Naturalists are nature nerds, and
Naturists.
naturists are nudists.
Naturist.
What's a naturist, Wes?
I'm trying to find it.
Naturist. Hold
What's
on.
a naturist?
Hang on. Show more. A naturist focuses on non-sexual voluntary nudity. Okay,
Yeah,
so it is.
Nudism.
That makes no sense.
confusing. It's confusing. You can see how it's confusing.
Naturist.
Yeah. So we're gonna need an update on how that event turns out, because there's gonna be some nudes there. No doubt about it.
Come on.
Yeah.
Let it fly, you know? It's going to
What if a few naturalists, I got it right this time, say fuck it and strip down and start their new life as
They should.
naturists?
They should maybe at least try naturalizing in the nude.
This is way better. I'm not going back. I'm not going back home.
Yeah.
I found my new family.
I mean, if I could go on a hike and no one see me completely nude, I would every time.
Yeah,
That'd
but
be
this is
sweet,
gonna be a
dude.
lot of people
in the
seeing it.
woods like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
You know, hey Wes, my sister used to have this cabin out near where is that? the Bay Area,
Mhm.
somewhere in the redwoods, and they had this shower, and it was open on one side, so
Oh,
it was
yeah.
like a wall, so like nobody could see you from down the hill. But then you could turn around to the redwoods, and you were just nude showering in
Yeah,
the redwoods.
that's awesome.
That was the most incredible shower I've ever showered at.
You know the only thing that would make being in nature, showering naked better?
What?
Pop in a premium 100% tobacco-free nicotine pouch made from Lucy. Could you out there in nature?
Oh,
That'd
dude,
be
I pop my
relaxing.
Lucy's in on hikes all the time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
baby, just letting it flow. The
Any
only
nude
thing I'm
shower,
wearing
Better
is
with Lucy. Yeah.
is a Lucy in my lip. Yeah, Lucy pouches are the best. They also have Lucy breakers, which deliver the long-lasting flavor for a seriously satisfying pouch experience. Wes is showing those off. Premium 100% tobacco-free nicotine pouches made for true pouch connoisseurs. Lucy pouches and Lucy breakers deliver long-lasting flavor for a seriously satisfying pouch experience. Pretty sure you know this, but if you don't, you should probably try Lucy. So we are like going through Lucy's. Like they better never run out of the product. If Lucy ever stops making Lucy's, I'm not going to be very happy because I love Lucy's. And I have one in now, and I do when I'm writing the show. I do when I shower at home, pretty much most of the day. Just not when I'm eating. And they're the best. I actually like every single flavor but one. I'm not going to say which one. I like that one too, but I will like actually use habitually every flavor but one. Right now I'm on a kick of wintergreen. I've done mango a lot. I know Pat likes the berry blast. The apple ice is also incredible.
Yes.
They go from 4 milligrams to 12, which is the highest range out there.
Yep.
Really good stuff. So yeah, level up your nicotine. Level up with Lucy's. Don't be ridiculous. You can get them. You can get a subscription shipped straight to your house, which is incredible. They come in a 6-pack. It's like the best when they show up. It's like you get excited. It's awesome. They also have a store finder now. So Lucy's now in stores nationwide. You can find a retailer near you at lucy.co stores or get Lucy delivered to you ASAP on apps like DoorDash or GoPuff. Or you can go to their website, which I'll tell you in a second. Lucy's the only pouch that delivers long-lasting on-demand flavor. Get 20% off your first order when you buy online at lucy.co/hard factor with promo code hard factor. And if you don't want to wait, check out their store locator, find Lucy near you and grab it today. And here comes the fine print. Lucy products are only for adults of legal age and every customer is age verified. Warning, this product contains nicotine. Nicotine's an addictive chemical.
That's right. If you take a gander at us, you can tell losing weight is tough, right? It's tough. Just, we're poster boys for how tough it is.
Could be tough.
But if you want to know, if you want to know what's really worth your time when it comes to losing weight, skip the guesswork and get weight loss by Hims. I'm doing it right now. GLP-1 injections down
Looking
about
good, Wes.
over 20 pounds by this point.
Face is slimming out.
I know. I'm feeling good. My clothes are fitting. I went down a size in pants. I'm feeling good.
Yeah.
Hims offers access to an affordable range of FDA-approved GLP-1 medications. It now includes the Wegovy pill at its lowest price ever, and the Wegovy pen, plus lifestyle tips to support you along the way. It's great. They, you check in every now and again on the app. How you doing? Do you need anything? Then they'll maybe, they can adjust your dosage for you. I'm also doing the testosterone
Do you like
pills.
to continue to lose weight? Okay, we can do that. Yeah.
You want to continue this incredibly affordable weight loss? Yeah, I do.
What do you think about this weight loss? It's going so good.
Yeah, with
You down a
Wegovy
pant
Hims,
size? How's that feel? Pretty good. Yeah.
How about those giant boners? You like those?
Yeah.
Yeah. I like looking down at a bigger dick too. I'll tell you that.
Good.
With Wegovy at Hims.
Good. Just checking in.
Yep. Yeah. They should ask you. Lose up to 20% or more of your body weight when combined with diet and exercise. It helps you regulate your appetite and eat less. It definitely does. So success is within reach. Plus, Wegovy is the first ever and only GLP-1 available in a pill for weight loss, so there's no needles needed. Even though the needles, they're nothing. I mean, I don't like needles as much as the next guy, but these things...
I'll take the pill. Thank you, Hims.
Yeah. Through Hims, everything happens online. You'll connect with a licensed provider who will determine if treatment is right for you. If prescribed, your medication is delivered right to your door. No insurance necessary. And it doesn't stop there. Hims makes hitting your goals seamless by offering access to 24/7 messaging with your care team, like I said, and an in-app lifestyle nutrition support like recipes, meal plans, fitness videos, sleep content, and more. Okay? So if you're ready to reach your goals, Visit hims.com/hardfactor to get a personalized, affordable plan that gets you. That's HIMS.com/hardfactor, hims.com/hardfactor, based on advertised cash price for 30-day supply of medication only. Membership is required, fee not included, and billed separately. Weight loss by Hims is not available in all 50 states. Wegovy is a registered trademark of Novo Nordisk AS. To get started and learn more, including important safety information, Wegovy, clinical study information, and restrictions, visit hims.com. Yep. But, you know, it's incredible.
Check it out.
Like I said, jumped on this dick story this morning.
Right on it.
Yep.
Couldn't help yourself.
Yep. The penis shape, a.k.a. cock and balls, guys, is perhaps the most universally loved and immediately recognizable drawing that one can do. Would you agree?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's right up there with the stick figure with boobs. I mean, those are the two. If I would say those are like the two things humans really recognize: penis picture and stick figure with boobs. Yeah.
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 Absolutely. Kids start drawing
a couple squiggly lines on the balls for pubes.
Yeah. Yep. I mean, every kid, every boy, at least, some girls, you know.
Oh, we've all drawn 1,000 cocks.
Yeah, 1,000 cocks. You start drawing them in elementary school, and as Pat divulged yesterday, Mark had cock and balls drawn all over him in his face during a beach week trip.
I mean, many people have suffered that.
No, let's keep bringing it up. No one's had embarrassing stuff. I won't lose my cool over it at some point.
Why? Why? Because it's hilarious.
Oh,
one more reference, and I'm hoping you'll lose your cool.
Wes
is going to hold on to this forever.
Wes was not there. This was a bad night for Mark. So Wes
it really wasn't. It's way worse. I was partying with you guys the next day. I've never thought about it until this week ever. It seems like it was a big deal for you guys.
Oh no.
I wasn't even upset. I was too drunk the next day to be upset. And then our buddy's mom was just like massaging my head and wiping it off for an hour.
That's the part of the story I like the best.
The oil bath.
Yeah. Penises are hilarious, and drawing one, whether it's on a paper, on a face, in the sand, or in this case, the sky, is immediately hilarious and newsworthy. Okay. However, 2 Finnish Air Force cadets are getting the opposite reaction they might have expected when they used their fighter jets to draw a cock and balls. So this is pretty hilarious. We've covered stories like this before, where it's not that you can see the cock and balls in the sky, but the radar, the flight path divulges the cock and balls. So
it's for the nerds watching the radar.
Yeah, it's for the extreme nerds watching something called Flight Radar, a website called Flight Radar. Like wow, let's track some flights today.
Give a little funny for the nerds.
Yeah. So about 117 miles north of Helsinki, around 7:30 a.m. on April 13th, at least 4 planes followed flight patterns that traced the shape of cock and balls. Here's a couple of them that they discovered on Flight Radar.
Bad.
I don't really like the loop-de-loops on that one.
The testicles aren't great.
Tiny testicles. That one is horrible.
Yeah.
What's going on with that one? Is that 2 cock and balls?
Horrible.
Yeah, it's down at the bottom there. It's really pointy. It's like a marsupial cock.
The yellow's kind of a cock too, though, right?
The
side, going out to the side.
There's a good one.
That one's good. Nah, that's nice. That's a great shot.
That guy's good.
2 round nuts. Good one.
Yeah.
Hire that guy.
They also apparently drew 2 hearts, but nobody cared about those.
No.
The Finnish Air Force confirmed the outlet.
Back to the cocks. No one cares.
These were Air Force guys? The Finnish Air Force? Sure.
Finnish Air Force. Yeah, they're conducted by students from the Flight Reserve Officer course.
Nice.
And now they're in deep trouble because some nerd told on them. And they put out this statement. The Air Force requires soldiers to follow good manners and rules of conduct, and if these are deviated from, it will be responded to in an appropriate manner. And, of course, this isn't the first time that pilots have drawn dicks in the sky. Perhaps the best dick in the sky ever happened back in 2017 when a U.S. Navy EA-18G Growler jet used the jet's contrails to draw a giant penis over central Washington that was visible from the ground because, as one crew member put it, it would, quote, it would be awesome. Okay.
Dude, so we've done it better. Our military has done sky dicks so much better.
Yeah. And I have the transcript.
Sorry, Finland.
Here's the video of someone filming this cock and balls from the ground.
This dude drawn. Air penis.
Whoa. That's pretty good.
That's off.
Yeah.
Back up the camera, bro. Let's see the head.
Show the head.
Let's see the head, bro.
I don't know why he didn't show the head.
Show the whole thing. Is he like scared?
Believe that. Yep.
He's scared to show the head?
Too graphic?
What?
Yeah, I don't know.
That's the worst
Anyway,
cameraman ever.
There's they
the
released
opposite of a cock on.
they
on
released
the-
the correspondence between the pilot and his co-pilot when they were convincing each other to draw the penis. The crew, Navy crew named Zapper 21, the pilot and his cockpit partner, worked hard to get their mile-high masterpiece just right. Here's what it said. He said, the pilot said, "The balls are going to be a little lopsided." And then he said,
"That's what the Zapper said."
That's what the pilot said. Yeah,
Zapper 21.
Yeah, and then moments later he said, "Balls are complete." And then the pilot's partner says, "Which way is the shaft going?" and then the pilot said, "The shaft will go to the left."
Yeah, of course.
And
And
then
then use left like that, like then
Yes.
yeah.
Naturally.
And then the co-pilot said, "It's going to be a wide shaft." And the pilot said, "I don't want to just make it like 3 balls." And then the co-pilot said, "Let's do it. Oh, the head of that penis is going to be thick."
Yeah.
Cracking up in the cockpit with his partner, the pilot shot back, "Some like Chinese weather satellite right now is like, what the fuck?" And he said, "To get out of this, I'm going to go like down and to the right. We'll come back over the top and try to take a look at it." The pilot told his wingman. And then the wingman said, "I have a feeling the balls will have dissipated by then." And the pilot said, "It's possible." So after flying away at a distance, the pilot reportedly told his partner, "This is so obvious." And the cockpit said, "That's a fucking cock." And then he said, "Dude, I'm amazed that it stayed." And he said, "Your artwork is amazing. Glad you guys noticed." I guess some lieutenant commander on another jet was complimenting him. So they had some fun. I don't think those guys got in trouble, but
no, because in
shouldn't
the
have.
U.S. military, that's just an awesome thing. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know why Finland's so upset about this.
yeah, I don't know either.
Pilots drawing dicks in the sky. Just relax.
They should end what is it, the Blue Thunder with this? The
Blue Angels.
the Blue
Yeah.
Angels? The Blue Angels should end with a cock drawing formation.
Dude, a cock formation would be
Yeah.
sick. Yeah. I mean, look, Finland, what do they got their panties in a bunch for? What is going on here? Cocks
The
in
Navy
sky are
did.
funny.
The Navy did start a probe into it. They were calling it the Navy's probe into sky penis.
Yeah, sure.
So I don't know what happened to him.
Yeah, they probed it.
Yeah, they just all laughed.
Yeah, they did have to issue an apology.
Yeah.
There was just a hilarious, award ceremony.
All right, call them in. Look, boys,
Yeah.
this was amazing. This is one of the greatest things we couldn't stop laughing. You are gonna have to apologize, of course, but
right. It's like they all
we're big
laughed
fans. Big
and
fans. Great to
drank.
meet you. Yeah.
Yeah, while they
Hang on,
planned
I've
out
got a
how to
full-
apologize.
I got a full photo of it. That's from the ground here. I'll show you guys from another angle.
perfect.
But apparently you
Yes.
could see it from all over.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah.
Nice
I mean, it's
thick
perfect.
shaft. Yeah.
Perfect.
It's got a nice thick shaft on
Yeah.
it. Or the heads.
You got to say, the American military is number one.
That's right.
Undefeated. Well, I mean,
So there you
defeated a couple times, but like
Keep them coming. Keep those skycocks coming, pilots.
What
we love them.
percentage of pilots do you think that fly jets do this? 100%?
If you've got the contrails ability, yeah, you're gonna think about it every time you go up in the sky.
You do
Yeah.
it. We've even seen guys who do like revenge. They'll do like some skywriting over like an X and some shit. Like
Well, yeah, but it's got to be. I'm saying like it's got to be like almost like a not a hazing, but like a rite of passage. Like he hasn't drawn. This is gonna. Be
your first.
This is his
sky
first
dick.
skycock.
Your first sky
Yeah.
dick is a big moment.
It's like
for
a big moment. Yeah,
for
yeah.
every pilot. Every
Yeah.
pilot. Yeah.
They're like texting the other pilots, and they're all on the radar watching it. Yeah,
He's gonna do his first dick today.
yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Apparently, the pilot tried to go over it he tried to scribble it out with contrails, but it was too late because he was worried. He got worried because they didn't dissipate as quickly as he thought.
They were there for a
going
week.
to. Yeah.
It was so masterful. People just
Yeah.
loved it. Who cares? Good for him. Legendary pilot. Legendary penises of the sky. Thank you, Wes.
Yeah, of course.
I'd fly with you any day.
Any more on that? Any more on the sky?
No,
dicks?
that's it for the sky penises.
All right. That's a good one. Chemtrails, but penises. That's that makes them fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. So speaking of conspiracies, here's a whopper that just got dropped by the Department of Justice, which is strange. Usually they're the ones covering up the conspiracies. This time they're alleging one, pretty crazy one. So the Southern Poverty Law Center, this is their main office. It's like a famous looking building there. Their mission statement is the Southern Poverty Law Center is dedicated to creating a world where Black and brown communities are represented and respected by our democracy. And so they're a big organization, big nonprofit organization. They've been a big charity organization in the United States for a really long time, since the 80s before. I don't know how long back they go, but SLPC for short. They just got sued or indicted by the Department of Justice, interim director Todd Blanche, because obviously, Pam Bondi, she's hit the trail.
Yes, yeah.
So interim director Todd Blanche, he dropped this thing, or he unsealed it on April 21st, and which was Tuesday this week. And this is why they're being indicted by the DOJ, SLPC, quote, for, quote, unbeknownst to donors, some of their donated money was being used to fund the leaders of organizers of racist groups, including the KKK, Aryan Nation, and the National Alliance.
What?
Unquote.
That doesn't make sense.
Yeah. So the indictment goes on. Quote, the SPLC also had a field source who was a member of the online leadership chat group that planned the 2017 Unite the Right event in Charlottesville, Virginia.
Oh, that was a bad event.
Where that one lady was run over and killed.
Our buddy was almost run over and killed.
Yeah, Eric Hurt, shout out. He was in the crowd.
He had to jump out of the way of the car. He was like, the lady who got killed was like two people in front of him.
Right. And so it was a huge tragedy in Charlottesville. Everybody remembers Unite the Right. It was crazy.
They had like the tiki torches. Yeah.
Insane. A lady got run over by a car by a madman. The indictment alleges that altogether, the DOJ can prove that the SPLC has spent over $3 million in shady transactions between themselves, via shell companies and shell bank accounts, and at least 8 hardcore racist organizers, figures, between 2014 and 2023.
So they can stay in existence?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Is this like a hospital getting people sick? Is this like...
Yeah, kind of, Mark. So here's the thing. Official charges include 6 counts of wire fraud. I'll explain that in a minute. Official charges include 6 counts of wire fraud, 4 counts of false statements to a federally insured bank, which is a form of bank fraud, and 1 count of conspiracy to commit concealment money laundering. And so basically that's the chart. Like, they spend this millions of dollars to pay what they are saying. So the Southern Poverty Law
in order to exist, you have to give a small percentage of your money to the very racist anti-groups that
you need an enemy.
Yeah, it's like they're forcing him to give 3%.
That's the allegations, right? So Mark, that's the allegations to DOJ. Basically, that you're propping up the people that you're saying that you're defeating, but the SLPC, Southern Poverty Law Center, SPLC, has admitted to opposition funding for information gathering since the 80s. But what happens here, though? So but that's also strange, right? So you're a tax exempt charity, but you're funding opposition funding for informants, which is like a legal activity.
Wouldn't you not fund the KKK, but you would just
probably
pay someone that's an informant for you that is within the KKK?
But this is something they've admitted doing in the past. But the problem here for the Southern Poverty Law Center, according to the DOJ, according to the allegations, is that there was a surge in funding that seemed to occur right before the tragedy in Charlottesville, leading up to the Unite the Right rally in 2017, pretty much directly to people pumping up the event. Ipso facto, if the DOJ can prove it, pretty much like you're saying, the ultimate no bueno, the Southern Poverty Law Center would have basically funded an organized terror attack against their own cause.
That's a big allegation.
It's a huge allegation. And it still needs to go to court, but the fact that it was moved forward by a federal grand jury from the indictment is still terrifying. So people did look at it and they said, yeah, there's enough smoke here to potentially be a fire. So we should take a look at this.
This is not what they want to be true. Or
it'll end them. Yeah.
Pretty much the most insane thing imaginable. And also like the fact with Virginia, think about this with Virginia, right? Because the timing is kind of crazy. This news is dropping on the same day that they won a huge gerrymandering vote in Virginia. So Virginia goes from 6 to 5 Republican Democrats seats in U.S. Congress to 10 to 1. So 10 Dems, 1 Republican. So there's only they deleted 5 Republican seats. So it would be extreme gerrymandering. Justin Fairfax, the former attorney general that had just been elected in Virginia, he offed himself and his wife after threatening to kill people during his campaign recently. So a huge.
Well, he did kill people himself and his wife.
He followed through.
That was that dude.
That was that dude. Yeah,
I didn't know that was.
What, he tried to call him a liar?
No, he had threatened to kill somebody else, but he
threatened to kill like
first.
some woman, right? Or
a woman, or like the daughter of his opponent or something like that. Something nuts. But he ended up, doing the whole deed to himself included, family. So while his kids were home. Insane. So just like one of the most insane couple of weeks of all time for the Virginia Democratic organization, but they actually got a humongous gerrymandering win. But all this other shit is absolute bananas bad news. Like, so it's just like a crazy time over there.
Yeah.
4 seats is a lot. They did get the 4 seats. Yeah. So yeah, this is like an allegation, like Soros is putting bricks in cities.
Exactly. No.
This type of allegation.
No. But this is
that's what it sounded like to me.
It's along the same lines.
As in like but this is, they have like what they're
creating
claiming they have
havoc. Yeah.
The bank, they're claiming they have the bank statements, they have the proof to prove.
No, what I'm saying is, if this is true, and I'm not saying it's true, if this is true, and they were trying to make the Unite the Right event more violent or more like antagonistic to get more press,
something along those.
It would be along the lines of what I just mentioned,
right?
Which people
make it more sensational, basically. Yeah, sensationalize the cause.
The bricks thing is real.
So anyways, it still needs to go to court, like I was saying, but the fact that it was moved forward, the indictment was moved forward by a federal grand jury, that to me is absolutely terrifying. Because I mean, if you have nonprofit organizations out there, tax exempt, we're talking, and these things are supposed to be charities, and they're out there funding opposition to their own causes that are supposed to help people. So that means you're funding the destruction of society.
It's almost like the U.S. giving weapons to terrorist groups.
Exactly. It's like a microcosm.
It's almost like us
in a nutshell, right? It's like a nutshell of the like you're doing defense testing on your own people kind of thing. It's totally crazy. If true, absolutely insane. One of the most insane allegations I've seen in a long time about a nonprofit. And so just worth mentioning.
Why'd I never donated to them?
Phones are ringing in that office.
Yeah, if you're a big time SLPC donor today, you're definitely wondering like, I wonder how many of my dollars went to the KKK, and that's probably not sitting so great with you right now.
At least a few.
You probably were hoping none of the dollars.
You were hoping zero. You were hoping
You
were hoping for
You're pretty certain zero.
You were hoping it was deleting dollars from the KKK,
right?
Not adding millions to the bankroll.
Surely this won't go to the KKK.
That's what you're thinking.
This couldn't possibly go to the KKK.
Oh man, I hope that's not true. That's not good, man. That's not good.
But the thing is like they've already admitted to some low levels of this. What the DOJ is alleging is that they upped the ante and maybe went way too far back in that 2017 window. We'll see. It goes to court. But yeah, insane allegation. Figured, one like that, you gotta chop it up a little on that. That's nuts. That's fucking insane. So that's the show. We love you. Thank you all for listening. Remember, go to patreon.com/hard factor if you need more. There's the Florida Man Friday. That's coming out tomorrow. Friday. There's Pat and West. That's dropping usually Fridays too. A lot of times. Yeah. Thursday, Friday. But most importantly, get out there and have yourselves a great fucking day.
The cream of the crop!